Good morning, everyone. Tuesday, the 17th of November, the beginning of another week. I reflect this morning on the readings from New Testament from the book of James. Now, there are 4 James mentioned in the New Testament. 2 of them did not hold much stature, and so it is unlikely that they could have been the ones who wrote this book. That leaves only 2 other James, the Apostle James, and then the presumably oldest brother to Jesus. Not older than Jesus, but the next in line after Jesus. And it's unlikely that the Apostle James is the author of this letter, because it is recorded in Scripture that the Apostle James was martyred quite a lot earlier than this book was and is presumed to have been written. So then, by all accounts, it is the brother of Jesus, James, who was also the ruler in Jerusalem. And of course, James did not start off in life believing that Jesus was the Messiah. In fact, Scripture records him challenging Jesus and saying, you're mad. What on earth do you think you're doing? But then later he comes to faith and he becomes the leader in the church in Jerusalem. So it is presumed, and I believe quite accurately, that this book was written by James. And one of the things he says in the readings today, chapter 3, is to beware the power of the tongue. And I think we all know just how powerfully the tongue can create havoc. He likens it to the bridle in a horse, and he says that large animal can be controlled and turned and made to go wherever the rider wants simply by pulling on the bridle. And we know that to be true. He also draws the analogy of a ship being pushed by strong winds, but the pilot of the ship can control the ship with the small rudder. It doesn't have to be a large rudder. That little rudder can control the direction of the ship. And he says, such is the tongue. A forest can be burnt with one small spark. And I think we can all relate how perhaps our tongues have hurt others, but certainly how others have hurt us. Perhaps in our formative years, those who were influential in our lives said something, whether it was a parent or a sibling or a friend or a teacher, somebody who said something and destroyed our spirit and made us believe that we were somehow not as good as we could have been. And that sticks with us. So we know how powerful the tongue can be. And that's the warning from James. But I want to take as another analogy, and that is to look at Hilda. She is a abbess. She is a princess of the royal family of Northumbria in northern England, and she becomes an abbess and gives her life to the Lord and has a profound impact on the world of the time. And again, that tongue of hers created so much good. And so, folks, friends, use your tongue in the right way and create good. Encourage people, commend them, and help them. Don't destroy them with the tongue. And that seems to me to be the lesson from today. God bless. Have a wonderful day.